Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host, Pearl Dane. The one, the only master propaganda hero of psych, defender of the fatherland, off here to glorious near wonders. 1v1 here on Amilly Fields. In the north, it is Dezman, fighting for the British Army, the Commonwealth. Here with the Guards Armored Division tasked with assaulting the German lines and making a way towards Caen. Here with Lend-Lease Assault, featuring mortar teams, assault sections, M10 Achilles self-propelled anti-tank guns, M5 half-tracks, and strafing support. In the south, it is world's safest PanzerHQ, we'll just call PanzerHQ, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Here holding the line with the 16th Luftwaffe Felddivision with Osttruppen, Mobile Defense, and German Mechanized. And as always, a big hearty thanks to my Patreon supporters, champion heroes, and spectacularly wonderful people, one and all, supporting the Propagandacast with their hard-earned money. Other people can join the ranks and support the Propagandacast and the Eternal Warfare by pledging on Patreon, or they can donate via PayPal. Links in the description. Finally, commenting, liking, sharing, and subscribing is also another great way to help out. So, off to the races we are here. Two sections, assault section up for Dezman, Grenadier MG42 here for PanzerHQ, machine gun on the west side, Pioneers in the east. The Grenadiers also moving westwards here, looking to pressure the British western point here if they are pushing hard there. Sandbags in the west here with the assault section also laying down some sandbags. Not much of an assault there, if you will. Third section bringing up the eastern side here. Pioneers busy wiring off here first to prevent any direct approach to the fuel point. Second Grenadiers got there for PanzerHQ and the 16th Luftwaffe Felddivision. For those wondering what that was a particular type of infantry division controlled by the Luftwaffe, at least initially, basically built around Luftwaffe personnel because Hammond Göring was a vain fat bastard who really did not like, the idea of the army getting control of his men. So he basically got Hitler to accept creating infantry divisions based around the Luftwaffe troops. So, fun fact there. Though, just long story short, they initially weren't too successful, so they did end up under army control and sort of organisation. But little fun side note there. Universal here for Dezman. Put pressure on the Germans. Machine on the western side here for PanzerHQ. Third Grenadiers one way for assault section restrained to the MG42 here. Grenadiers will be nearby. Should be able to stop number close. It's going to be very close call. And there you go. MG42 rips apart there. Tom at point blank range, ripping him apart there. Grenadiers opening up there. Moving up from south sides. And these side there. Pioneers have wired off a direct approach here on the fuel point a bit. Interesting enough, they did not wire off the sandbags. Sandbags up here from Dezman in the east. So far, off to a fairly decent start here with PanzerHQ and the 16th Luftwaffe Felddivision. As for why he got permission to make it, that was basically down to a particular pocket that was created on the eastern front known as the Cholm pocket, where basically a sort of ersatz Kampfgruppe built around Luftwaffe units by Fallschirmjäger sort of acting as squad leaders, were able to fight off the Surds until they could relieved, and that sort of gave going so they did hey, Luftwaffe can fight great too, just give me a chance. Then he basically got it because of that in a sense there. So little fun story there. Needs to Pioneers to the section in the west side, though. He's definitely having a bit of trouble there. Grenadiers almost being wiped out here. Grenadiers finding rest of the section there. More moving up here under PanzerHQ's command. East side here, Pioneers definitely not doing well there as a Dezman section. Section right here in the face of PanzerHQ's stiff resistance. We got Dezman and the British taking up there. Assault section up there. Universal coming in as well here for Dezman and Deutschland. Some fierce fighting there. Vickers machine gun there for Dezman and the British Empire as PanzerHQ keeps up the attempted pressure here versus Dezman. Bring up the machine gun here. Assault section engaging here with Sten guns at close range, but they're so low and healthy as the Grenadiers. They actually end up taking a lot more damage than the deal. Tech, I imagine they're done for PanzerHQ, but no sort of light to mechanized company yet. Universal coming in there, pushing out the machine gun there. Grenadiers busy with a bunker there. Oh, actually, Tech is now done. Okay, you can build the light to mechanized company on wants to, roughly. Going for the car point here, disruptive play there by PanzerHQ. Of course, Dezman is not relaxing there either. Back here, troops reinforced mostly. Setting up for next assault here against the dastardly Huns. But some nice aggressive fluid here play from both sides. In the south here, like to mechanize coming up. Didn't finish the bunker. Guess he's leaving that job to the Pioneers to finish. Got the Universal here. Panzerfaust completely cooks it off. But that's a bit of blow there to Dezman in the early game. And definitely a great kill of a PanzerHQ. The Universal here with the Vickers K is definitely a fairly uncomfortable pain in the posterior. So that definitely relieves a lot of pressure there from the German army here. Right now, though, of course, there's still two sections, the Vickers and the assault section. but they're significantly less mobile than the universal carrier. Armoured car on the way here. Will Dezman pushing for an armoured car himself? Not anytime soon, so that 2-2 is definitely going to be quite nasty, as Dezman also doesn't have any sappers, meaning he has got no real way of like slowing down that 2-2 even a bit. But there you go. AC Mark III being requisitioned here for the Guards Armored Division and the British Empire. In the west assault section, they're basing ground western field point. Having a nice spot of tea in the meanwhile. Grenadiers basing with eastern field point there. No upgrades yet there for any of them. Crucially also no commander here for PanzerHQ. No mechanized, no mobile defense. No Osttruppen. Troop reinforcing. AC almost done. 2-2 setting out there for Deutschland. Pioneers moving eastwards. AC Mark III on the way for Dezman and the British Empire. That will definitely be able to shut down the 2-2 fast, and as you can bait it into a telemine, a bunch of PanzerHQs, a bunch of packs. As the AC very much outpowers the 2-2 one-on-one. Vic is there, push back, or retreated there basically in the face of the 2-2. Dezman taking no chances while he lacks the AC on the field. Or any other tools really deal with that 2-2. Meanwhile, PanzerHQ, of course, exploiting the chaos caused by the armoured car to swiftly assimilate as much territory there into the German Reich. AC there, 2/3 of the way down there for Dezman and the British Empire. Almost got the Eastern Victory Point. Sectioning force there for King and Country. And AC almost done. No, nothing else going there for PanzerHQ, but I'm guessing a Pack 40 here next.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Of course, he could surprise us with a sniper, as some players do like snipers versus the British. But a Pack 40 versus the EC, I think, is an absolute necessity, unless he's planning Grenadiers with PanzerHQ, which is a buttload of telemines. Dezman here with the second assault section, ratcheting up the pressure here for King George V. Grenadiers pioneers for the section east, armoured car moving in, AC Mark III there, rolling ahead for the British Army, supporting a western push here towards the fuel point, and of course the armoured car in the east. Yup, it's going to draw in the 2-2 there, and of course, crucially worth noting, PanzerHQ has got like no telemines down in the area, he's got no anti-tank weapons yet there, so the 2-2 is a very big, easy target here. We got thumbs up for the assault section while there, thumbs up to Dezman in the west there, bit of a standoff here between PanzerHQ and Dezman. It does look like Dezman has the upper hand here. Grenadiers in the centre there, completely routed here by the assault section, taking no chances there. PanzerHQ pulls his Grenadiers out of there. Pack 40 those right around the corner. And there we go. In the west, Dezman launches a nice flank around here, forcing PanzerHQ to abandon the western fuel point for the time being. A lot of action here. There's still PanzerHQ still maintaining some kind of map control, but that is, I would say, very briefly here, as Dezman, of course, is rapidly unraveling everything. No, of course, immediate tech here for PanzerHQ for the time being. He would, I think, require a lot more better field control for that to work. And, oh my, Dezman here committing to a half-track here as well. Definitely been a slight surge in place to commit not just an armoured car, but for the half-tracks. One going for Lend-Lease assault, basically going in very aggressively in terms of mechanized approaches here. Can be quite difficult to deal with if you're not ready for it at all there. And, of course, depending on the player's using its skill set. That said, he doesn't have the munitions for the quad mount, so it's possible he's planning to actually stuff the assault sections inside of the half-track, which is definitely very mechanized, that's for sure.
What's next then?
Yeah, looks like that is going to be the plan even Dezman, perhaps. Like, just stuff it full of assault sections, charge in for the British Empire, and gun down as many Huns as possible. Snubbing order for PanzerHQ. Again, versus the British, not a bad idea, at least for some places. They can struggle to deal with a sniper, but that said, of course, sniper might just get run down and utterly executed here by Dezman. So we'll have to see those. No, cancel it for 4th Grenadier Squad. I think he might have sent something here. He's about to get run down by angry Brits and a half-track. Sense was tinkling. Mortal knife for Dezman. Thumbs up. There he goes. Strikes here. The power of 1,000 British empires. Quickly routing the machine in the centre there. Pantherfast on the half-track. Assault section, of course, quickly bail out. Arm covers the Vicks in the west. The sniper again back on the menu here. Looks like PanzerHQ is actually suffering from a fairly significant amount of hesitation here versus Dezman. He can't make up his mind. We need a sniper. Nine. We need Grenadiers. Nine. We need a sniper, I guess. Meanwhile, tech as well there. Sniper out there for PanzerHQ. Sectioning for the eastern point there. Half to move straight with the gunners in the centre here, and again the gunners need to get out there fast because that's a lot of submachine gun close range here from the half track. And even if they do get an accuracy penalty up close, it doesn't matter as much when you got that many submachine guns. There you go, half track goes pop. Fortunate there for PanzerHQ. Dezman could have maybe support that a bit better. Deployed some smoke first for the half track and maybe towards another angle where there's less likely grenadiers hiding around the corner, but still, even then, it has been able to like deploy their assault sections fairly within the heart here of PanzerHQ's formation, and they're just on an absolute rampage, shooting down Germans left and right. The pack crew desperately trying to get to safety here. Almost got it there, but slows down there at the wrong timing. A brutal push here from Dezman against PanzerHQ. And there you go, white phosphors right at the base entrance, and oh, could get a section wipe still, but we got another half track here for Dezman. Definitely believing in the power of mechanization. Impressive. I mean, mechanized infantry strategies, when done correctly, can be quite good. When done correctly, of course, being the operating parts of the sentence there. Michigan holding up here, it's going to up the side here towards the centre. Down to one man again. I mean, almost wiped like 3 sections, but sadly, almost doesn't quite count as full wipes. Still, Dezman has, with these aggressive maneuvers, thrown back PanzerHQ and very much thrown his strategy in a bit of disarray here for now at least. Got the other M5 half-track ready. The Americans applied both the British and the Soviets with a large number of M5 half-tracks, in part because they used the M3 half-track themselves, which is better armoured, so they were happy to hand out the M5. Fun fact. Another little fun fact about the M5 half, it actually had a bit of a design which wasn't really used, but you could actually mount the additional machine guns on the sides there. Basically, 230 cals could be mounted there to provide extra firepower for the half track and move, but it was rarely utilised. So, but little fun side there. Fact there, little fun side fact. Vickers holding up here, machine gun is in the centre, half track moving up again, filled to the brim once more with assault sections. Dezman ready to launch another assault there, Blitzkrieg style. Sergeant, do we have to wear a mustache while doing this? No, Terrence, stop being stupid.
Orders coming in.
Half-track falling back there. Section holding up there. Assault section charging forward to the Grenadiers here. Thompson Sten guns unloading a lethal amount let into the Grenadiers' bellies. There we go. Morgan's right next behind. We could actually see a wipe here on Dezman. Not entirely sure why dove in that far like that, but it definitely works out there for PanzerHQ. Oh, didn't get the wipe again. Hey, sounds to look like some incredible luck there from Dezman. Machine Gun's going to have to retreat right past a lot of German machine guns. And that one does not pan out for Dezman. That was definitely a bit of a stranger push deep in there by Dezman's machine gun crew. I mean, I'm definitely a, advocate for aggressive machine gun play, but there's reckless, and then there's what Dezman did there. Well, yeah, aggressive, and then what Dezman did. There was definitely a bit more reckless than aggressive. But there you go. Half-track down again, but even then, able to cause some havoc here in PanzerHQ's lines again. No support McCall yet. They definitely need to push for armor soon here. Dezman just slaughtering the pack crew there, gunning down all of them. No survivors permitted here in the name of King George V. Sniper there, laying some kills to the section. Could try and make off for the pack 40 here against PanzerHQ, and yup, that's exactly what he does here, though he may want to pop a smoke grenade just in case. That's if going to hurt the German player there. Support Cops, I mean, A, he's not going to have an anti-tank against the British, but crucially, the British will have an anti-tank gun against him. And at a fair discount, too. That was a bit of a oof there for PanzerHQ versus Dezman. The West have got the Vickers of the advancing section. Ripping apart those Tommies with their own weapon. AC moving forward there. Almost got the section wipe here. Can he get the wipe? Nope. Once more, Dezman gets away there with one man surviving. This rate, they're going to have to call him One Man Dezman. Probably won't happen, but anyways. Can't go for the Panther 4 now, though of course you could also consider the mighty Sturmgeschütz here versus Dezman and the British Empire. But the Panther 4 of course is a nice all-around option, which is both infantry and armour. Easily a machine gun holding up here. We got the section at least inside. Storming fort, going to be bombarded here by the mortar. He sees the pioneers. Pioneers need to retreat before they get wiped here by Dezman's sappers. Dezman forwards. Yeah, that's going to be wiped, I think, on PanzerHQ. And unlike Dezman, he doesn't go with just one man. Because, you know, he's not Dezman. One man Dezman. AC falling back here for Dezman. Pack being pursued by the Grenadiers. Got the assault section taking up for Dezman, striking at the Grenadier squad there. No tech yet for Dezman. Definitely going to give the Panther a bit of work. That's it. Of course, there's the AC and the pack, which could combo together. Actually have a chance of taking out PanzerHQ's Panzer 4, so definitely not on the clear either. East side here, we got the Grenadiers being... Oh, machine guns being hit by white phosphorus there from the assault section. They're good. Got the pack wiped. Wait, where? Oh, up there. Ah. That's set to cost him another Grenadier squad. Again, I think PanzerHQ needs to remind himself he's not one-man Dezman. He should not be pulling that kind of stance because, again, his men are not British superhumans. He's moving on the other side. He could take out the AC, and of course, denying the Pack 40 as well would be huge here for PanzerHQ. And there you go. Fritz for the Panther first. Doesn't go. He does get it. He does get it. A huge blow here to Dezman. He's going to try and crew that Pack 40 right in front of there. Goes smoke deployed with the assault section to increase the chance for Pack 48 on there. Devious play there by Dezman, but may not quite work out there. Still, it's going to be fairly close to the bases. He may just be able to get the Pack 40 before PanzerHQ has a chance to wipe it again and then destroy it. Again, managed to wipe it, but can he destroy it? Can he deny Dezman the Panzerkanone? And he still hasn't gone for command by Mr. PanzerHQ. In the south, we got the 6th Marine Force there for Dezman. South here, we got the Pioneers moving forwards. Odie is going to get that Pack 40 going. The Panther 4 keeps missing. Sniper there with 14 kills, close fetching 2, and another anti-tank in the Panther 4 damages the engine. Dezman finally protect up. They could push a Cromwell here. Of course, we also just planned for M10s. And we got the Pack 40 here for PanzerHQ and the German army. Vic is added here versus the British. And I think that is another case of one-man Dezman. They're getting away from that one. Assault taking up against the Grenadiers here. Low on health. But Grenadiers caught in white phosphorus. Oh, he then retreats through the white phosphorus right into the MD-42 here. Could he finally get the wipe, or will one-man Dezman strike again? No, not quite there. That's impressive. Anyways, back here to reinforcing. Pack 40 almost done there for PanzerHQ and the German army. There we go. Down to one man. Can the sniper get the finishing kill? If actually uses the incendiary explosion round, he could maybe do it. But I doubt he will. Yep, gets away there. One man Dezman strikes again. Panzer Grenadier here for PanzerHQ. West side here, Pioneers might want to grab the western fuel point. Of course, you all try and grab the eastern fuel point. Definitely don't want to make sure that Dezman gets too much fuel here versus him. I think the Panzer Grenadiers are a nice addition. It gives him something a bit more aggressive here versus Dezman. Something with a bit more punch. I would also really like to see a commander here for PanzerHQ. Before 2, there's the section. Panther was the section. The sappers there. Quickly stealing with them up close, suppress them and mauling them. Pack 40 gets a bit in the Panther 4 here. Pinning them out at MD-42, also find a way there for PanzerHQ's Panther 4. No mines though. I mean, he's got plenty of munitions. Like, I feel like there's a safe argument here for like Panzer's usually chuck down maybe a Telemann or some S-mines here and there versus Dezman. Ship reinforcing, and he ship reinforcing. No sign of armor either. Could be, of course, he's planning for like comets. Oh, there we go. Cromwell tank here for Dezman. Something more here by the Grenadiers. We've got the MD-4, or the Vickers actually moving up here for PanzerHQ and the German army. Almost got the sappers here, and down they go. More Pioneers here for PanzerHQ. I think is also a good addition here to his Panzerwaffe. Assist with repairs, and of course, also allow him to grab more points, probably to big infantry is busy, and could also allow him to lay down more mines if you must lay them down. And we still, though, haven't seen a command from, we have like almost 20 minutes of the game, there's still no commander here from PanzerHQ. Also, the selection of commanders makes it a bit hard to say, though. I think at this point it's likely to be mechanized. It's like out of these three, this is definitely like the one that's typically happens to like in sort of late game choice. There could theoretically be mobile defense too. Puma cut behind by the command tank, particularly the counterattacks and the Pan Tactician, I think would all be very useful things for PanzerHQ at this point in the match. Cromwell tank out here for Dezman, as his troops march into the Vickers machine gun here. And the Panther 4 now. There you go. White Fuss was deployed expertly, and then leaves the Gunners of the West in trouble. Pack 40 holding forts there with an incredibly low amount of health here. That is kind of bananas there, how much Dezman is willing to risk it. But then again, if you are one-man Dezman, I can certainly see the logic.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Brings point to the building here. Pack 40. Looks like it does get away here. White Fuss with the point goes on the east. We've got the Panther 4 here being flanked with the Cromwell equipment over Dezman. We do have the Pack 40 here, which Dezman clearly was not expecting. But he gets the Panther 4, but loses the Cromwell. That's a one-on-one trait, which
The enemy destroyed a vehicle.
I mean, sure, the Cromwell is a bit cheaper than the Panther 4, but crucially, PanzerHQ has got a bit better map control. We can actually push for a Panther 4 replacement sooner than Dezman could replace his own Cromwell, so arguably, yeah, it's probably sort of roughly 50-50 there. Might even be slightly ahead there for PanzerHQ, though of course he would have preferred not losing the Panther 4, but you have to consider the overall bigger picture. He can always replace his loss, whereas again Dezman can't. And also crucially, he at least got a bit more value out of this Panther 4, whereas Dezman just took out the Panther 4 and that was it. So
We're losing a capture point.
anyway, assault section from MG42 here. Need to be careful, he's going to get wiped. Oh, who are we kidding? Anyways, mines up here on the fuel, the car up on there, snappy. Got the eastern point that being grabbed by back by PanzerHQ. Another Panther 4 there for him, but still no commander. Kind of commandant. I mean, one thing that's never worked out in Dezman's favour is just that PanzerHQ has not been great at like securing a steady fuel supply line for him compared to Dezman. Meaning, like, you know, I think had he controlled the fuel points better, he could at least, I think, had more Panther 4s up by now. But, you know, again, he's not been quite strong on that. So that's definitely, I think, to help Dezman a bit to ensure that, like, you know, it doesn't get crushed beneath a Panzer battalion here.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Cut off on the hip, we've got this section, then hot pursuit. We've got the sniper there with 18 kills in the name of the Reich. Southeast, we've got the Southwest, the Pioneers there. And up northwest, Panzer Gunners, machine gun Pioneers here being surrounded by the British infantry. And there you go. White Fuss with grenade, Panzer Gunners being caught in this noxious stuff. And we got an ace level assault section there, machine crew close being wiped out here. That'd be a great kill. There we go. Got the White Panzer Gunners there. It's still cut. Reeling from the White Phosphorus, a risk of being wiped out here. That'd be quite a blow there. Panther 4 to the rescue here. Saving the Panzer and his assault section, retreating. Another Cromwell for Dezman, Vickers crew. But there you go. Looks like one-man Dezman's luck finally ran out, and he actually suffered an infantry wipe, mostly because he used them to crew the Vickers. In east here, the Pioneers grab the points. We do have another one-man survivor retreating there. Pack 40 shoots, misses the Panther 4. Gunners pursuing the Pack 40 here. MG42 covering up here. Cromwell almost done. We also, of course, can note now here that we do have saving support ready for Dezman. So, well timed. That could deliver a bit of a hammer blow here to PanzerHQ's kneecaps. But it's also worth noting PanzerHQ has still... Oh, there we go. And in a fairly big surprise twist here, 23 minutes into the game, he actually goes for Osttruppen and goes for the artillery field officer. Out of all the things. Definitely an interesting choice, though. I do think the artillery field officer is a pretty good unit that tends to get overlooked, but still, I wouldn't expect that late of a choice of the commander, to be perfectly honest. That's quite interesting. We'll have to see how much else he makes use of it. I mean, I imagine a railway artillery support, for example, see, like, you know, supply drops. Osttruppen, trenches. I mean, there's plenty of opportunity here from PanzerHQ here to sort of, like, you know, make more out of the commander. So it's quite an interesting one. There we go. White Phosphorus again here from Dezman. Very consistent and fairly concise use of it as well there. MG40 up here. Western Film assisted by Deutschland. There you go. Pack 40 punching through the Panzer Force frontal armor. And there goes strafing support unleashed upon Panzer as Dezman flanked with the Cromwell. Panzers there being crushed as well here. And there we go, the RAF unleashes hell from above here. The artillery velocities go there. Rockets knocking out the Panther 4. Cromwell almost kaput here. This time around may just make it PanzerHQ still hasn't laid down any mines. He's still floating an normal amount of munitions here. And now Dezman is just hammering away at him. He just completely knocked away the legs under PanzerHQ. Completely discombobulating him here with a powerful combined arms blow here. British Empire style. And there goes second pack forward up. He's actually calling railway artillery in hopes of just denying the pack here to Dezman. Saying everything, highlighting here that PanzerHQ was completely caught so unprepared, he's willing to do that. That is kind of impressive. Good attack there by Dezman, good attack. PanzerHQ is probably going to go for a third Panzer Fort. Meanwhile, we've got more sections for Dezman, plus one that did get lost in service against the Germans. Eastern fuel pump once more claimed here for the British Empire. Pioneer sniper on the hunt for the English. 23 kills on the sniper, halfway to the ace level. More to being hauled westwards here, but Dezman for the other fuel point there in the centre. PanzerHQ pushing forward with the MD42 and the Panzergrenadier. The artillery field officer here is at the ready, having deployed some smoke somewhere. Oh no, by the way, that is a free ability, so that's pretty handy. Pioneers caught there on the fuel point by the assault section, thinking the point was empty. They advanced instead. They found a bunch of angry Englishmen.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
The Cromwell's ready to roll.
Pioneers caught it laying down mines. Finding some mines from PanzerHQ, just a bit late to the party here. A bit late. But at least he's trying to lay down some mines now.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
That's for Dezman. Got a medic on the way there. Probably going to be seeing more cromwells here for him versus PanzerHQ. PanzerHQ's got his third Panzer Fort almost ready. And there we go, out in the front line here to face off against the English menace.
Causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Got the biggest covering up here. Veterans one right there you go. Panzergun being caught here. And the heavy firepower of the Vickers machine gun team there will need to retreat them before they get turned into mincemeat. And the center here, assault section right about the Panther 4 that arrives to support here and reinforce PanzerHQ frontline forces. Sniper holding on the west side here, 25 kills in the Ace machine gun team holding up here as well. Eastern fuel plant I think should be claimed, and there you go, Dezman with the second cromwell. At that point, Dezman of course had more tanks than PanzerHQ, putting PanzerHQ definitely in a slightly further unfavored position. Good hit by the Pack 40 in the Panther 4. Telemines down there from PanzerHQ. Very nice. Definitely sounds like take the threat of like an armored push here by Dezman more seriously. Machine that's going to fall back as we got another white phosphorus grenade unleashed upon PanzerHQ's forces there. Crom on the move here. Right next to the telemine, isn't it? Yup, it's like pretty close. Choose the Grenadiers here. Backs off though. Sapling forward. Oh no! Oh yes, depending of course if you're British or not. That's really close there though for Dezman. Really close. Magnus has been just a bit late to the party. Kaboom! We got more Panzer Grenadiers for PanzerHQ, perhaps Panzerschrecks now. Rakete and Panzerbüchse we'll have to see there. Panther 4 in dire need repairs. Panzergrenadier marching forces, 1 veterancy, 1 kill. Another push here by Dezman and the British Empire. Guards Armoured Division reaching out there with more fresh armoured forces there. Second Panzer Squad right there for PanzerHQ and Deutschland. Well, I think need some Stoogs now to face off against all these British cruiser tanks here. As Dezman unleashes another blow here against PanzerHQ in his front line, which is already shrinking away. And there you go, we do get Panzerschrecks here from PanzerHQ, feeling that pressure here from Dezman. And the Guards Armoured, he commits the Raketen Panzerbüchse. Ready to unleash a possibly spirited counterattack here. Meanwhile, Dezman is just pouring into PanzerHQ's base, threatening to take out the medic bunker here. We get a Panther fast here, Panther 4. Where's the Panther 4? It's all the way over here. Panzerschrecks ready there. Cromwell suffering now heavy damage here from the 88mm rockets as they pierce the hull of the Cromwell and ruin the tea. There we go. More damage. Almost took it out there. The tea kettle is in ruins. Good lord, there's tea everywhere. Don't even talk about the biscuits. Oh no. You see Panzer striking the sections there. Striking into the base again. Here, Dezman knows where the pressure points are. He is fearlessly pushing ahead for the British Empire. But there, goes straight into the Panzerx here. Another pair of 88mm rockets. Knock out another canister filled with tea and biscuits. Even a few crumpets are now ruined. Punches the section there. Gebaldeladung there needs to retreat those Panzers before they get exterminated here, but the British in East Panzer keeps racing about. He's trying to crush the infantry, but right now PanzerHQ's forces definitely look fairly well in disarray. He's going to need some Sturmgeschütze here. There we go, catching the pack fort here with the Panzers alone. Help the Panzers get to deal with it. There we go, wipes it. Small win there. Meanwhile on the west here, PanzerX almost taking out the Cromwell there. Again, these PanzerX are doing some heavy lifting here for PanzerHQ. Again, I would like to stress that like a pair of rockets there together do 240 damage. So that's like, you know, fat chunk of health there out of a Cromwell tank if they do hit. Of course, their only issue is sort of the lack of range. On the other hand, you know, they can easily keep up the tanks in other ways. You know, bit of a trade-off there. That said, I would strongly suggest maybe a Stug here for PanzerHQ. I think another Panzer would work out, but I think the Stug would be right now a supremely powerful choice here for him. And the German army still, he's pushing ahead here for the 16th Luftwaffe Division there. The Rakete and Panzerbüchsemen are ready, of course, to knock out more British armour if they can spot it. Dezman, of course, trying to avoid the rocket launches, takes a much safer path, except with that one. Apparently he's feeling a bit bold there. For the crumpets, good lord! They got the muffins too now! Damn these Germans and the inhumane ways of warfare! Machine sitting up here, reloading manually. Thumbs up to that. On the west side, we got the officer pushing back the machine and then got used to the smoke. I actually kind of forgotten he had the officer. Like, he's barely seen any action, so, you know. Yeah. But yeah, it looks like he's just going to push for another Panzer one again. That's fine, though. Again, there's all this British armour. Stug, I think, would be a good addition. No anvil tactics or hammer tactics here. Probably Dezman's planning more Cromwells. And, you know, it's definitely an efficient strategy so far, so don't fault him for that.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Got the Panzers gun is moving forwards here. And the center, we've got the machine gun here. And the snipers, the assault section. Running there, little assault. Panzers there, eventually too, pushing forwards against the section here. Would it be nice if they had tank support them so that way, give them a bit more of a defensive boost here. But that is basically become harder to hit if there's a tank nearby them, which is obviously really good, plus they move faster. Mortar team being caught here by the German Panzerwaffe, no additional Panzer 4 here yet. Is he planning tier 4 now? I don't know. But definitely should go for some more armour, and again, my suggestion would be Stugs, but no, another Panther 4. And again, the Panther 4 is also a good pick. The Panther 4 is also definitely a good pick, as long as he just doesn't get blown apart by British armour. Or the British RAF. In fact, he may have to want to consider Osttruppen, honestly, at this point too, after the Panther 4 number 2. Just to help ensure that, like, if your Dezman goes for another strafing support, it will be less likely to just, you know, unimpeded tear through PanzerHQ's forces. Sniper there, 32 kills, ace level. We've got 297, 204, 37. Wrecking the sandbags with PanzerHQ. Couldn't we, like, just have, you know, pushed those as sandbags? Did we have to base rockets on those? Yeah, we have to base rockets. Blames the Canadians. They insist we do it like that. Why are we listening to the Canadians? Don't ask those questions if you know what's good for you, Heinrich. Panther 4 there for PanzerHQ. You start there, got the second grab point there. PanzerHQ and the Cromwell again. Only one hit, but even that's still 120 damage, which is, you know, not half bad. Before choose the Cromwell, that is obviously not going to work out well there for PanzerHQ, though for Dezman, it's obviously going to be a very nice thing. Strike on the west here as well. Can soon go for a third Cromwell here versus the German Reich. Panther force the assault section are routing it. Eastern field pomots will claim for the British Empire. Lots of mines. He obviously expecting a German breakthrough attempt on the west, interestingly enough.
Ready to move out.
Back hit reinforcing healing. Medic bunker being upgraded. Still? So we got sort of center west victory point held here, but there's a nice arc around here held by Dezman, basically meaning PanzerHQ is kind of holding a bulge here. We got trenches now here, popping that panzer grenade inside. Clearly a bit concerned about Dezman right now launching another assault here. But of course he needs to be careful not to get too defensively minded either. Nothing further happening here for PanzerHQ. Neither for Dezman. Is Dezman possibly now anvil tactics? It's going to be a Churchill tank now here versus PanzerHQ, which means he absolutely wants some Stukas out. Panzerhs are definitely not well suited for taking on a Churchill tank, even with the assistance of the mighty PanzerHQ. Or PanzerHQ. And you see we got the Vickers looking up there. Mortar team here, about to get wiped out here by PanzerHQ. Panzers with the assault section, there goes assault section, ace them, the Panzers are not, and with the Toms of course have enough push there. Half to give a PanzerHQ is an interesting choice at this point. I mean, having some way to like mobilize his troops would be good. They'll mechanize them. Reinforcing the front line is also good. Could also be he's planning out a flame for a half check, which again, like, it wouldn't be entirely terrible, but still. There's an incoming Churchill tank, which of course he's currently no way of knowing is coming. You know, he's gonna need stews, but like the half check is like a pretty decent choice overall. So I mean, thumbs up to that at least, I suppose. Commonly caught with the Panzer IV, and there you go, 251 Mittlerer Schützenpanzerwagen out here for PanzerHQ, and the 16th Luftwaffe Division, clearly being sent by the nearby 2nd Panzer Division. But there you go, dove into fire there, into the mines, laid down by Dezman, air support pull as well here. PanzerHQ there, absolutely blindsided there. Got one of the Cromwells, but again, the crucial part of course in mind is he's about to be attacked by a Churchill tank. After there, not doing much for the time being. Panzer's about to get knocked out. Damaged engine, Cromwell going in for the kill here. Sniper base in the west here. PanzerJäger's retreating backwards. We'll have to see what he does for the half track. Could of course been a misclick possibly here by PanzerHQ. We got artillery support here at the entrance to Dezman's base, hoping to get lucky here against Dezman. And there you go, Churchill tank Mark 7 infantry tank has arrived to support the Guards Army Division. It's continuing assault here towards Khan. Troops reinforcing healing, can soon go for Sturmgeschütz. As for the half track, moving up to support the frontline troops, thumbs up. And of course can also be used to just provide a cheap source of combined arms bonus for the Panzergrenadiere. That's also handy. Of course, if we called in sooner, maybe gotten some veterans, could be laying down mines with it too, which is also fairly handy. They may want to get the half track back to the Panzers. They're going to be fully reinforced here. Churchill on the west side. PanzerHQ on the move. Should go for Stuk. I mean, at this point, you know, sniper caught it by the Churchill tank. Will he go for the Stuk in response to the Churchill tank, or will he still try and stick to the Panther IV here? Will he go for Pack 40s? Sniper narrowly survives an encounter here with the Churchill tank. And there you go, we do get the Stuk 3 here for PanzerHQ, but will it be arriving in time to really help him? That's the big question, honestly. Panzer Grenadiers or PanzerHQ chaps there inside of the half track. Definitely not a bad idea there. Can allow him to quickly, you know, move them about there to react or possibly like flank the opponent's armor with some quick anti-tank burst damage there. Mines up here as well. I think he's trying to set up some sort of trap here, but in this case being caught by the British laying down the mines kind of undermines it. But got the assault section up here. Whatever plan PanzerHQ might have had here, I think has kind of gone sideways in the face there of Dezman attacking before it's ready. We got the Panthers inside the half tank as well. Quick problem, a PanzerHQ team here. And there you go to unload a close quarters volley here at the Cromwell. Fat chunk of health torn up. Church tank almost done. Stug almost done, but the Church tank is in the base. Popping smoke too there. Half tank taking damage. Saber's nearby. PanzerHQ, they're almost taking out. Their Panther is narrowly bail out. The driver, the gun is flying there like a ragdoll through the sky. And there you go. Telemine takes out the Cromwell. We've got this Churchill tank base. Stug going for it here. The situation here for PanzerHQ is quite horrific, to put it gently. Despite some fairly nifty half-track tactics, I think they came a bit too late to really help out PanzerHQ, but I like the idea. I like the ideas. You know, 2 thumbs up from my heart. But I have to say, I mean, this has been like a fairly, like, you know, from a general perspective, half-track filled action match. I mean, we had both sides actually transporting the troops around in half-tracks. Like, you know, hell, Dezman had 2 of them. That's like pretty impressive. You know, 2 thumbs up in that regard overall as well. Still, not looking good for PanzerHQ, unfortunately. Not looking good at all, though, of course, for Dezman. This is very much fortunately for him.
Supply line's been cut.
Got a white phosphorus grenade again. I mean, very consistent use of that ability. I mean, that is a really powerful ability. Like, imagine, say, Assault Grenades and accidental blend cover. That'd be kind of great, too, for them as well. It's looking pretty rough here for PanzerHQ and the Reich here. Now moving forwards there, and then moving back, we got the PanzerHQs on the way again. With the Stuben nearby, they got the combined arms bunch, which allow them to move faster and, of course, be harder to hit here. But there he goes. Oh, Chow Tank bounces off the Stuben's armor. Close call there. Panzerzerstörer on the move there with the Raketenpanzerwüchse. We'll try and take out this lumbering, wounded beast of British steel there. There you go, Panzer arriving here. There we go. Almost got it. Stuben moves into another shot there. We got the smoke being deployed here. 258 to 185. Grenade off here from the Churchill tank. They're killing poor Otto. Panzerschreck misses. Stuben moving in there to find another shot through the smoke. Could expose up to return fire. There go. White phosphorus. Stuben goes down. Could see the Panzerschreck going down as well here. Churchill tank reaches Vetty 2 and Cromwell tank is now diving in as Dezman. Sense an opportunity here to perhaps close this chapter once and for all here. PanzerHQ floating an enormous amount of manpower, by the way. Supply drop in, but a bit too late, unfortunately. Sniper, there you go. PanzerHQ surrenders, but not enough time to save the sniper. So GG, game over. A fierce fight here with, again, a rather heavy preponderance of mechanized infantry, which is really great to see there. Sadly, I feel like PanzerHQ could have gone for a commander sooner and make use of some of the stuff he did make use of much sooner. Plus and minus, I think, would always been quite helpful there. So I think there's some areas there where PanzerHQ could have been much sharper here. That said, I think Dezman played a nice, aggressive, vigorous game here, and I think made some really good moves too. So, you know. All the way, GG, game over. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment, of course. Spread the word. Consider donating or pledging on Patreon if you like what I do and wish to support it. Links in the description. So this is Imperial signing off, and see you all tomorrow for a nice episode. Bye.